What is going on, everyone? It's Minato here, and we're back with some more Dokkan battle. So today we have another Cell Max run coming at you. We got the double into Majin Vegeta led team against the Cell Max event, obviously. Now, I'm gonna straight up say this, it's much more likely to do this on the JP version of the game, because of course we have the LR Vegeta and Trunks unit. Just to make sure you guys are aware, Majin Vegeta does need a Trunks unit on the team for his intro animation, which gives him 30% damage reduction. Now, 30% damage reduction is a pretty huge number to miss out on. So, like, that's a night and day difference between him tanking super attacks, surviving super attacks, I guess you could say, and him not being able to do that whatsoever. So, you really want a Trunks here. So because of that, I would say it's not impossible to do on global. I've seen someone, the Master Yin, he actually beat this with AGL Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, right, because of his guard ability, right? But I would say it's more so not probable. You can get it done if you just keep trying over and over like he did. But honestly, I think for a lot of people, they may just wait for this LR Vegeta and Trunks, which is very understandable. I believe Negan will have a video showing the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, right? And you'll see just insanely stupidly lucky, so take that as you will. But here on JP, right, I'm gonna use this unit because I'm a JP player, right? That's just how it's gonna be, I think. Speaking of them, obviously Vegeta and Trunks are just stupid good. They have the stacking, the guard, and their active skill, which can give the support. There's just too much that they could do. Plus their damage is pretty nice, even at 55%. With their crits built in, they could do some solid damage to Cell Max. And then I have the Int Xeno Vegeta linked with them. He does greatly stack attack and defense, which allows him to build up to pretty nice heights. Around the end of the event, we get him to rank around what I would say 570 to 600k plus defense, which I think that may be enough to survive a super attack. Of course, that's easily enough to survive normals. Now here we have Tech Ultimate Gohan. I did actually just have a video release for him. Like literally, it's gonna be probably the video before this one since I'm recording it after. But he is also another really good option here. I see some people say Tech Gohan, is a unit that you shouldn't really use because apparently he doesn't provide anything to the team. I think that's wrong, especially after this run and using Tech Gohan in the other run. If used correctly, you can go ahead and really get a strong showing of this guy, especially because the way they designed this event, right, you want to bring a lot of int units. So your plan is you have to stall in the first two phases, because if you guys don't know, the first two phases go down. If you go like full power and go like really all out, the first two phases go down very easily. So it's like you gotta really be careful and you want to stall as much as possible to get stacks with all your units. So like here, like I'm missing all the super attacks with the Majin Vegetas, right? And I'm only trying to get super attacks with those units that are stacking, right? I'm missing super attacks with the Vegito and Hercule, right? Obviously you wouldn't do damage anyways, but I mean, since I'm already talking about him, let's talk about Hercule here. He is actually on the Majin Vegeta Buu Saga team. So because of that, I'm sure people at this point know how good this Hercule is. I still might make a video just showing how strong he actually can be in this content, and consistently having him in slot 1 and stuff like that. But he is definitely a very good option for this event just because of his dodging and his damage reduction. It just allows him to tank very good and take very little damage, which is awesome, right? But yeah, besides that, I pretty much talked about everyone, I think, except for Int Vegito, right? Int Super Vegito, he is able to provide us that heal, and that's really the biggest part. And once he does transform, he actually can do some pretty good damage if the normal attacks line up properly and he gets his crits. And that, honestly, if you get like a full like 5 attacks, all normal attacks, and he counters them all with crits, that could be easily a turning point for you. That Int Vegito is really good for this event. So I would say for this team specifically, it's like you really badly want to run him. Now, of course, there are other options that I feel like you can go ahead and use on this team. So it is a little more flexible, right? But there are, again, still going to be just a set number of units you have to use to really beat this event. That's just how it is right now. I know a lot of people are struggling to beat this event, and they're like, how this is impossible, right? But I guarantee you guys, in like 2-3 months at most, we're gonna have units that will like absolutely destroy this event. Remember how Red Zone came out on JP? It was like absurdly difficult. then we got the Guinea Force team right after, right? So that's how that will work, really. So here we are. This one actually took a while because again I did so much stalling. It was actually like a 20-minute run or something. So I still did 5 times speed here. At times I stopped trying to think of like, okay, what's my next action gonna be here, or what am I gonna do right here, right? So there are some situations and times where I just go ahead and just kind of think and then not move, which is why I added to the actual runtime with this. But I will say that this phase right here, just really, one thing is that you have to hope you don't get double super attacked or anything like that. If you ever get like double super attacked, you just kind of gotta throw in the towel, because unless you have I think you have to dodge, right, with like in Hercule or the in Vegeta, right? Because like, no, I don't think 2 units like together in the same rotation here, unless there's like a rotation like this, maybe can like actually survive the double super attack from Cell. It's like most rotations in the game like can't, and even then most of those other rotations that can rely on dodging more than likely, right? So yeah, I actually decided to use the in-mod Vegeta's active skill here because 1, I wanted to use Senzu Bean to heal me up. 2, we had the Dokkan attack, so I would be able to get the guaranteed crit Dokkan attack. And I think that actually did really work out because we're able to do some nice damage to the Cell Max right here just for free. And the Dokkan attack guaranteed crit obviously would just be very helpful because it'll allow me to full heal the next turn. I don't know if it's just me, but Cell Max just loves to super instantly or just loves to super at like the very last attack. It's one or the other, man. It's kind of crazy. He just straight up instantly supers you for like a 1.8 million, super attack damage. And that just shows you, of course, Int Mod Vegeta is like in his best case scenario in terms of tanking here because he has type advantage. He's extreme class versus extreme class, which means that he wouldn't take any extra damage for being a super class unit. And he has his 50% damage reduction. So this stage is just one that'll allow you to really utilize Mod Vegeta to his full potential. And again, it's really nice seeing you being able to like see this Mod Vegeta glow up, especially with since Vegeta and Trunks started releasing. This guy is just absurd now. He got the partners that he needed, which is really good. So right here, I was kind of thinking, okay, do I heal again or not? I don't remember if I actually decided to heal. I was a little scared of them being in slot 3. I did this run like a day or 2 ago, actually. I've just been sitting on it, right? I want to make sure, I get at least one of these like runs as I can per day. I'm actually still working on the Guinea Force team right now. It's very difficult, but maybe I'll be able to pull through with it. But yeah, again, right here, I was thinking if I should heal or not and put the Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. Okay, so I do actually decide to do that, just because I want to get their guard. Now, unfortunately, we had to miss out on a stack. That is, again, a very glaring issue with Tech Ultimate Gohan. On this team specifically, there's no Saiyan lineage units here, so the fact that he doesn't have prepared for battle here does hurt Vegeta and Trunks, or else we could have got the stack right there, right? It is unfortunate, but Tech Gohan here, I still think that he's very valuable to bring to this stage. His defense is pretty high as well, and obviously being able to at least take double digits from normals, like that's really, at this point with how hard this boss hits, that's a lot. That's not even that much. Well, that honestly I would say that is a good amount to ask for, right? Because there's many units that will take like 100k normals, 200k normals. Like I've seen that, especially type neutral. So again, having that guard is just again proving to be invaluable. I got the Vegeta fusion here, so we're able to full heal again even after I used the Senzu Bean that turn. It was actually kind of lucky that we did take all that damage and get supered, because I would prefer at this point for Vegeta to be transformed again, just so we could actually go ahead and get all the counters and the extra damage. I think that's going to be worthwhile for us at the end of the day. This Vegeta at this point, his defense is high enough that at full health, I think he possibly could survive a super attack. I don't think he would get one shot, but he would take like 600, 500k damage right here. In Vegeta, it does suck that he got supered here, but he has the damage reduction, so he's actually, it wasn't too bad right there. And at this point, I think so this is the second last rotation, and I win the next rotation after this. I use the active skill to buff our defenses, which is obviously very helpful. I think Tech Gohan was at like what, 600 plus k defense here, or is that 557k right there, basically, right? I decided to actually transform with him so I could get more healing with this orb. And you see, we went up like what, 30k HP that could be the difference between life and death from a super attack, right? Easily that could be the difference. So that's why I did go ahead and obviously grab that orb with him. Now right here I was a little scared. I was like, okay, he did not super Majin Vegeta. That is very unfortunate. Where is he gonna super attack? I think if he supered Vegeta and Trunks here, or even Gohan, we probably would have died. That's how close this was, but we ended up surviving because he actually decided not to super attack here. So I was like, okay, well, that's good for me, right? And right here we're good because we had Hercule in the first slot. He could dodge or just straight up tank the super attack. Majin Vegeta right here, bam, we get him his 6 orbs. I was thinking about grabbing the orbs with the Xeno Vegeta to heal, but I think getting the 6 orbs would have been much more important here. We still got some decent healing. Didn't really matter though because we dodged within Hercule, and then Majin Vegeta, I believe. No. I think Xeno Vegeta does finish it off, and Majin Vegeta was very close to doing it, right? So that is basically the run here, and that's what I used to go ahead and put these vet. Again, I think you could switch in and out some units, but I will say the one unit that is invaluable, which is unfortunately the unit that's only on JP right now, the Vegeta and Trunks, right? But it is possible. Vegeta and Trunks should be out in like what, November in the global version, so just keep a look out there. I'm sure many people will summon for that unit just because they're actually just stupid busted, right? In my personal opinion, they're the best unit in the game, but after this, I take a screenshot and then I'm gonna show my little like link levels and builds for these units. So yeah, I'll end things here. Let me know what you guys think. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.